Hey, MathKook here. This video contains one of many examples in my Algebra 2 library. The rest of those examples, along with hundreds of other videos, are only available at MathKook.com. Let's MathKook it up. This question says, George opened a CD, which is a certificate of deposit, at an online bank. The CD pays simple interest of 4.3%. but cannot be touched for 10 years. What is the total balance at the end of the 10 years if George deposits $100,000 into the CD? Round to the nearest cent. So notice they tell us that the CD pays simple interest. So what is the equation for simple interest? Here it is. So I represents the interest, or the money received from the bank, and P is the principal, so the amount of money that you're investing, or the initial value. R is the interest rate, and if R is, let's just say 9%, what would that be as a decimal? Because that's what you actually plug into the equation. So you move the decimal over 2 places to the left, so this becomes 0.09. So this here would be the number you'd plug in if the interest rate was 9%. That one was just an example. Next, our next variable is time, or T, and that's the time in years. All right, so let's go ahead and reread our question and then fill in what each variable is. So we'll start from here. The CD pays simple interest of 4.3%. So there's our interest rate there, so 4.3%. What is that as a decimal? So we move the decimal over 2 places to the left, and we are going to get 0.043. Next, it says, but cannot be touched for 10 years. So that is our time. So T equals 10 years. Next, what is the total balance at the end of the 10 years if George deposits $100,000 into the CD? So he deposited $100,000 into the CD. So that is our principal, or initial value. So P equals $100,000. And because they're asking for the total balance at the end of the 10 years, we are actually not looking for interest, but we need to calculate the interest to help us find the total balance. So I'll put a question mark here, but that won't be our final answer, but we will need that to find our final answer. All right, so let's go ahead and plug in all these values into our equation here. So I equals, and then our P value was $100,000. So 100,000 times our R value, which was 0.043, and then our 10 years. All right, if we multiply this out on our calculator, we will get $43,000. All right, so George will get $43,000 if he keeps his $100,000 at this bank for 10 years at an interest rate of 4.3%. But what are they asking us for? They want to know the total balance. So that means like how much money is in his account at the end of 10 years. Well, remember, George deposited $100,000 into the account originally. So we have to add that back to his $43,000 that he got in interest. So the final balance, so I'll put here the final balance, is going to equal, that's going to be the $100,000 that he initially invested, plus the $43,000 in interest, which gives us a grand total of $143,000 in George's account after 10 years. So there's his final balance. Hey Kook, if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. For unlimited access to all of my Algebra 2 videos, visit MathKook.com. Thanks for watching.